Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy Joshua from 1 Minute Floating. How y'all doing? Hopefully you're doing great. So today we've got a spicy game for you guys. It is brought to you by the guys from Ka0s, because this was at the Ka0s Treasure Series 7. If you don't know, you can find a link down in the description to their tournaments, their Discord, their Twitch, YouTube, all that fun stuff. Every month they hold a league event. Every month they also have a tournament. It's the third Saturday of every month. Next month, for the month of October, is a free tournament. Be sure to check them out. It is a charity tournament, I believe. Yeah, so a link to all of that stuff will be in the description below. Make sure to check that stuff out. One last thing. This is also brought to you by the boys from the Rec Room Discord server. If you don't know, now you know. Hit us up. We'll try and get you in. But yeah, guys, we also have playmats and all that fun stuff. Links to all of that shit will be in the description below. Hopefully you like this video. If you did like the video, drop a like. I would love you if you do. If you dislike the video, dislike it. It ain't gonna hurt my feelings, alright? If you aren't a sub, be sure to click the sub button. Daddy'll come home, tells you he loves you. If you are a sub and you haven't already, click the goddamn bell. I'll come home. I'll tell you I love you. Me, you, your dad, have a great moment. It'll be fantastic. All right, with all that being said, let's move on to the gameplay. I'll catch you guys later. Deuces.
Yeah, I've heard. I believe you and Riley were talking a bit about it in the Ka0s to say just the fact that you have so many legends with very interesting abilities that you can sort of take advantage of with Cauldron to sort of string together new combo lines. That seems very cool. But anyway, in Seat 3, we have Kinnan. Kinnan being another deck you see a lot in tournaments, something to look out for. Very strong 2-card option, sort of the leading option in Simic right now. And then we have Arden Crom, which is a deck I have played against a little bit, that I think it's not really as represented in tournaments that I've seen. But I think the deck has some sauce in it. And I'm looking forward to seeing if we can sort of see that. I think having Arden in the command zone actually brings a lot of interesting things to the table with maybe we'll see a little skull clamp action. You know, Najeela is going to make a lot of 1/1s. Arden can eat them, draw some cards, maybe. I don't know. Maybe we'll see a little hopeful, but looking for that Helm of the Host. I want to see it.
That would be cool. And Skull Clamp on this field, I think, would be really strong, but we are hopping into it here. So Najeela having that classic start you like to see, Mana Crypt into the Najeela, into what I believe is a Mox Opal, if I'm not mistaken. One of the Moxes at least.
Looks like, yeah, I believe that is Mox Opal. And sort of that classic Najeela thing, always got the turn 1 Najeela. You gotta have it. And turn 1 Kinnan as well, you know? Blazing fast start here from the Kinnan and the Najeela.
Yeah. Sisay having the Wild Growth, not a bad start either, getting some mana acceleration, but the turn 1 Kinnan, again, into the Mox Amber itself. Crow Mox helps get the turn 1 Kinnan, Mox Amber to follow up. Moving on to the Crom Arden's turn. Land, tapped here, a fish. Maybe a turn too late, but a fish nonetheless.
Yeah. Turn 4, not exactly when you want to see that or going forth, but you know, you still got a lot of game left here potentially. There could be some cards to be drawn. What is Arden Crom? See, I'm still not entirely sure. I don't know what the builds look like right now. I'm very curious to see sort of what they're best to hopefully draw them into the sort of interesting cards that I'm looking to see.
Yeah, it's a typical Jeskai deck that can use both Crom for the advantage and also Arden to do some silly things, especially with equipment. Oh no, we have the fetch land coming out with a Ristic Study coming down for Najeela, exactly where you kind of want to be on the turn 2 on the play. You have your ramp, you have your commander, now you have the card draw to refill your hand after everything. Fish does get a card off of this for Arden Crom, but Najeela's looking good.
One thing I really want to highlight in this game, you see it on the Sisse player's board, you see it on the Kinnan player's board, and now you're seeing the dice on the hand of the Arden Crom player. I really like that I'm seeing a lot of dice being used to represent cards in hand. A lot of like little, like that's an infinite token with the dice on it to sort of show the card in hand. And I think that's a really nice thing to do for your opponents. Nice like quality of life thing during play, where it's sort of like you don't have to be like, hey, what's everyone card in hand? What's, you know, whatever. You could just see it on their board, and I don't know. I think it's really convenient. I like that.
I like it too. It's good for the board state, especially over webcam where things can be so easily missed. Interestingly enough, we see the najeela player opting to swing into the Arden Crom, prioritizing getting in there for some beats. They don't have a blocker yet, so not a bad place to swing into. Not really a lot of black at this table, so life totals may not be as relevant.
Yeah, the one player whose life total might be relevant here is the one with the najeela. So I mean, not exactly what you want to see. All right.
No.
That is Green Suns for either
2, I believe.
2. Okay.
Yeah. 2 with Wild Growth.
I wonder if this is like an oof. Is this an oof deck?
Oof wouldn't be bad here.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of artifact mana on najeela and Kinnan's board. So
Dranis wouldn't be horrible either.
It is a delightful halfling. So next turn we are going to see an uncounterable Sisse, potentially.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good. It can also get you some mana. Also make it, if you're casting any of your legendary permanents, you don't have to worry about them being countered, which is nice.
Yeah, in a deck built around legends, especially one that's only 2 colors, where the colorless isn't the end of the world, I can definitely see Delighted Halfling putting in a lot of work. Delighted Halfling is a card that I've been very happy with. It's a card that I'm very excited to see print. Like, obviously, I play a deck where my commander is able to be spell pierced, so, like, Delighted Halfling, like, MVP there. But, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Especially in a deck, like we said, built around legends, the Delighted Halfling could, you know, very likely come in handy here against 3 blue players.
Agree. Fish is getting some card draws. So Fish is going away here. Ristic also getting some cards. So players are getting their hands filled, which can be scary though, right? And if you're looking at the Captain Sisse player, opting to get the acceleration isn't bad, but who knows if his stacks piece would have been better, but we'll see what they can do with this. We do see the Red Elemental Blast coming down, targeting the Ristic study, getting that off the board, which is nice.
Yeah, makes sense. Presumably Ristic was paid for because it was only Green Suns for 1 and 3 mana was tapped, so
yes.
Unless they overpaid to bluff something, I think it was just paid for. Yeah, not drawing the najeela player that spewed out their hand on turn 1 a card is another reason not to go for the Green Sun for 2.
No, it sounds like yeah, they were thinking if they should have paid the extra 1. Looks like they may have paid 2 just to be safe and just didn't pay. They are right now talking about who's the bigger threat at the table. Who are they more worried about, the Kinnan or the najeela?
Yeah, I mean, that's a very good question. Both of them have very scary board states right now, and I would not be... It's a little bit hard to exactly tell which one is scarier right now.
Yeah.
It is worth noting that the mobile is off right now.
It is off, but the Mox Amber, the Birds, the Crow Mox, all for Kinnan, that they have a lot of mana acceleration, not a ton of cards in hand. najeela, not a huge board presence yet, but a lot of mana and a more full hand, so...
Kinnan has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana, if I'm counting correctly. 6, 7, 8. So they can just start activating Kinnan if they want.
They can.
And I believe that's also an emergence zone, which is worth noting.
Yes, it is.
Oh, that would be why they're asking which is a bigger threat. That looks like a pithing needle. Is that naming Najeela or Kennen?
It's on the stack right now. I'll be curious to hear what they name.
Yeah,
Najeela is named. Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Looks
I
like
would be more concerned about the Kennen right now, I think.
Yeah, starting next turn, Kennen is going to get to start flipping into big monsters. Well, depending on the builds. If it is the big monsters builds.
Yeah, at the deck list here, it is a more typical kind of big flips build. You have your Hullbreaker, you have the Coma, Manglehorn.
Oh.
Not as many big creatures as you may see in some other lists, but a lot of Simic value. The Nestle Hall, the Nyx Bloom.
Yeah, to be fair, if the Najeela does have more cards, I believe we said. So that is a bit scarier. There's a bigger likelihood that Najeela just has the combo piece in hand. So, understandable.
But there's only one piece you can really combo with, right? Derevi, which is still always a threat, right? But there's not enough mana on the board. Or maybe there's not a ton of creatures on the board yet. Kennen will just be able to grind value going forward. But we'll see what the players can do with this. Najeela is making those land drops still, which is very important.
One thing to note here is that Najeela may have found a permanent home to attack for the rest of this game.
Oh, okay, Grim Hireling.
Oh, okay, yeah, now you're glad you named.
Yep,
now you're glad you named Najeela.
We were wrong. Yeah, because that would have been...
Chat was saying it had to be the Kennen, but I think,
Yeah, Kennen would have been able, I think, to block at least this turn. I don't think it would have been game over yet unless Najeela had some sort of removal, because there's just enough bodies on board right now. But yeah, that's going to be really scary.
Yeah.
And now you can start removing the blockers. Now Najeela can deal with Kennen, which is really good. Can deal with the Delighted Halfling.
Yeah, so I do think if you're not going to be able to win right here because of the Pithing Needle, it's probably right to just kill the Kennen.
100% agree. You can also kill the Delighted Halfling if that's something you're worried about, because you'll have options down the road.
Yeah.
All right, moving to combat.
That's so funny, though. Pithing Needle, and then the immediate Grim Hireling.
We do see Kennen reacting here.
Ottawa after combat?
In response.
I guess it's on the Grim? Oh, okay.
In response to attack has been declared, I believe.
Okay, yeah. Oh, the swap. Oh, wait. Oh, uh-oh. That could hit the needle.
Hitting the Kennen instead.
The Kennen. That's fair.
Yeah. Damage is being dealt. I think 2 players are dealt damage here.
That's weird. I don't know why they didn't just hit the needle.
I don't think they had enough.
Well, they have... What land is that? Is that a gemstone mine? They would have had enough to go to combat again, wouldn't they?
Oh, true. Yeah, that's a good point.
Maybe I'm missing something. I might be missing something.
No, I think you're right. They might have had enough there. Yeah, the land being untapped is relevant.
Yeah, maybe they just missed that it could hit the needle.
Well, let's see what they are playing something here, and also thinking better of it. Alright, getting bounced to hand. Combat damage is resolved. 3 mana spent. Intuition.
Ooh,
okay.
Well, they might just be winning a different way.
So Najeela had it a couple different ways, potentially.
Okay. Let's see. Let them cook. turning off guardianship. You know, they're planning for the long term. So, how many treasures do they have? Oh.
They used 3, so they should have 2 treasures remaining plus the land. Yeah.
So they do not have enough the flashbacks Savines, right?
Unless they have something else in hand.
Yeah, they would need like a ritual or something. If they have like dark red or something, then it's definitely just over. But
yeah, unless again they are talking about the potential of having the piece in hand. But players are seemingly not having the interaction to stop this, and it is resolving.
Okay, that is the breach pile. We have breach, Sebsrak, LED. Presumably going to get the LED, but we'll see. Or now, if you give the LED, oh wait, no, duh, you just have the LED, so you do have enough mana to flashback Sebsrak.
Yeah.
So unless somebody has something, it is over.
You do give him the LED here, I think, still, and then that way empties the hand to flashback the Savine, so you have a window you could possibly respond there.
Yeah, if you do have, like, you have to hope somebody has the free counter magic here, and that they can just, like, when they LED discard hands, flashback Savines, you just counter the Savines, and then you're just free for now, quote unquote, free.
I mean, it's possible someone has the Mind Break Trap, right? There was the Grim Hireling, now the Intuition. If you give them the LED, they play LED, they could sack it for... Oh, they're giving the Savines instead. Now that's interesting.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so maybe Mind Break Trap, I think, is there out here. Ottawa has been gone already. Oh, never mind, Final Fortune.
Oh, okay.
They really did have everything.
Holy crap!
Here.
What a hand!
Grim Hireling, Final Fortune, Intuition.
Good lord! What did they draw off of that rest deck? Holy crap!
Gas, gas and outlets. Endurance, yeah, that's not a bad option. Like,
oh, you thought I was out of good cards? No, we're still going. We're still going.
Punny making some names in the chat. Punny making some jokes in the chat. Hopefully not again, Punny. Hopefully not again.
Oh no. Okay. We're gonna see. Gonna see the Fiends now.
Moving to combat first to get some extra mana. Makes sense. Spreading out the damage to maximize their treasure output so they get those 6 treasures. So yeah, now that they have the Savines in hand, they can flash it back to...
Looks like the Birds of Paradise might have... It was either killed or just chump blocked to try and deny a treasure.
It was chump blocked, yeah. One of the warriors or Najeela blocked.
Alright. Does anyone have the answer for the Savines? Oh, okay, Jesus.
Targeting the breach. It's on the stack.
Fair.
Players are passing priority.
Getting looking at hand. You got anything? Now's the time.
Arden Crom has priority right now. Doesn't look like it. So they can flashback the beans, they can play the LED.
I think if you had the endurance, you do it in response to the Savines here. So I think that just means it's over. Yeah, so now
to get the other pieces.
The intuition, get the brain freeze, have enough mana to brain freeze LED. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That should be it.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you just had the turn 1 Najeela into the turn 2 Ristic, just really strong value, and then being able to just turn 3 untap, present a couple wins, Final Fortune to yourself, and secure the deal.
this was what, turn 3 on the play? Holy crap. Yeah.
Yep, turn 3 on the play.
That's najeela for you. This deck just has the gas, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Turn 1 najeela, turn 2 Ristic. Pretty freaking good. Or so I've heard, you know?
So you heard, yeah. All right. So, yeah, with the brain freeze, now they'll have enough cards. Never trust najeela. Yeah, she can just win out of nowhere.
Man, I guess we're not seeing the Helm of the Host. Fine.
The Arden Crom, Secret Commander Godo, Helm of the Host, no.
This is so sad. I wonder if that's actually what they're doing. I don't want to give it away there.
Just opting for brain freeze, a couple lands here. So players just making sure it all adds up. From what I can tell, it most likely will. Now that they have intuition, brain freeze, and LED in the bins. They can flashback Sabine's if they need to, recast the passes.
Is that a copy pasta? I'm gonna assume that's a copy pasta in chat.
Yeah, no, that's from good old Gibbles.
Got you. I'm behind on the CEDH copy pasta lore.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we do have the also deflecting swap, I believe, still available just in case. But
Oh yeah, just in case you thought you have the mind break chop, you know.
So brain freeze on the stack. You could mind break trap all the copies, which would be pretty sick. But I don't think it's enough.
Yeah, don't think it's enough here.
Players
They
just
do have a
asking
lot
what
of,
the win is here.
You do a lot of mana. I mean, I assume you just mill yourself out and then cast Ka0s Oracle.
Yeah, he's just explaining that you can mill himself out, get Ka0s Oracle, mill you all out. Yeah, can win a bunch of different ways from here.
All right, well, this is what I heard going in. This tournament has been